Welcome to Parsha Lech Lecha Aliyah 5. My name's Mike Koplitz. I am blessed that you are here with me. In this particular Parsha, and by the way, it starts in Genesis 14:21 and it goes to 15:6. We have the conclusion of the wars. We have Abram with all this wealth, and he looks up to God and says, so I have no descendants to give this to. This is a problem. So we have a repeat of the covenant where God says to Abraham, you're going to have more descendants than you can count stars in the sky. A couple cultural points. The phrase, I have lifted my hand, means I have sworn before God. Now, the Targum, if you look at it, properly translates verse 22. The English versions, they're close. Now, treaties in Abram's day were created in the name of God, and they were generally respected and kept even by future generations. Large numbers were not known to people in those days. Anything over 1,000, they really didn't know how to count higher than that. A person usually could count to 100 using their fingers. Only highly educated people understood what 1,000 meant. And in the Near East, Christians especially refer to Abram as Father Abram because he became the father of many nations. Now, if you go to the website and you bring down the book, and remember it's in a PDF form, there's no charge for it, and I highly recommend it. There are all kinds of questions, midrash, legends, tons of stuff in it for you. I want to just touch on spiritual awareness. And the age-old question of materialism versus spirituality is demonstrated when Abram, he didn't want to take all the booty from the wars. Abram's main purpose was to spread love and grace that God had given to him, especially to wicked people. The other theological concept, which appears in this chapter, appears from chapter 12 until the birth of Isaac, is that things will happen in God's time. The Lord determined when Isaac was to be born. This is important to understand. There are also many reasons that God might delay giving you or me or the world something, but we live on God's time. Abram got involved in the war against the kings for only one reason. Remember that, to recover Lot. He wasn't trying to gain any gains out of anyone. There are still a few more items that have to be attended to before Isaac's birth, but all things happen in God's time. And it's important for us to fully understand that and to fully appreciate it. So offer your prayers, talk to the Lord, but don't be surprised if whatever you're asking or talking about does not happen immediately. Now, from this passage comes a simple but repeated theological position. Developing spirituality over materialism is necessary for this life and especially for the life to come. Abram learned that in this Aliyah. He thought that the king of Sodom wanted his property back. Instead, the king wanted his people back. He was not concerned about materialism. This shows us that helping people to learn about loving God is an essential part of our lives. So God bless you for listening to this little video on Aliyah, on the Aliyah. I trust that you will have fun looking in the book at other areas. And as always, Shalom.